Patrick, innit? Yeah. Just thought I remember.
No, it's alright, mate, don't worry.
Jay here, Full-Time Devils. With me is Patrick. United have been beaten in Kazakhstan by FC Astana 2-1. Obviously, it was a very young team. Bit disappointed they didn't get the result. What did you make of the way they went about trying to get it?
So I think I was very impressed by the way we came out first and foremost. Because first 20 minutes, they didn't have a sniff, did they really? We completely dominated them. Should have probably got a couple goals, to be honest with you. It was good to get the goal through Lingard because he needs that. And I thought Lingard had a very good first half. Went silent, though, really, in the second half. And I think that sort of sums up the performance. Great first half, really. Come out in the first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, didn't do anything. Chong should have put his chance away, but that was our only really clear-cut chance other than the goal. I like the fact that we came back after we went 2 down to dominate possession again. I think that was good. Shows that they've got a bit of heart and character to them. At the end of the day, I'm really annoyed that we lost to Astana. That's annoying. You're losing to Kazakhstan. It's a bit of a burden that we're going to have to bear now. But at the same time, the fact that we took out a youth team, went out and played well, a lot of them. Levitt, for example, he's mint, who's going to be fantastic in the future. It's one of those where it's got a lot of positives to what is otherwise a really disappointing result. You know?
I don't want to be melodramatic, but we know that Ollie's under pressure no matter what. And people on Twitter, I know you can't judge everything off Twitter, but we're already be criticising him, saying this shows that he doesn't know what he's doing. Do you think he was naive in sending that team out? Or do you think, in a way, regardless of the result, it's fair enough? Where do you think it stands on the pressure that Ollie's under?
I wouldn't call it naivety from Ollie whatsoever. I think that's a very calculated thing to do. Is that he's thinking, you know what, I've got all of these youth players who all have potential to be first-team players in 2-3 seasons' time. We're already qualified out this Europa League game. Now is the chance where you push them out and you say, you know what, this is your chance, go and prove that you're good enough. Some of those players did tonight. Look at someone like Levitt, for example. I think he's proved himself as someone who should be getting a sniff at coming on for the last 10 minutes of a Premier League game, should be playing that Carabao Cup game against Colchester. Someone like Laird, who's mint down that right-hand side, and isn't going to push Wan-Bissaka for the starting spot, but is going to make Wan-Bissaka get better. That healthy competition, and I think that's important, and I think that's what Ollie's thinking about, is if I can get 2 or 3 more youth players, like Williams has done, playing good football, forcing players in the first team to get better, then that's a calculated decision. I think, therefore, in the long run, it's better that we've sent this team out. You know, would you have sent our first team out, we draw at the weekend with Aston Villa, but we win this game 3-1, or would you take this 2-1 loss, but we beat Aston Villa at the weekend? I think you take the latter every day of the week.
What did you make of the performances by I'm going to say 2 rather than 3, the 2 main players, the experienced players in Jesse Lingard and Luke Shaw? I know 2 and Zabi and Lee Grant have been around a little while, but what did you make of Shaw and Lingard tonight?
So starting with Shaw, it's one of those weird ones where offensively he wasn't too bad. Like, he got down the wing and made a few good passes, but he wasn't good defensively. You can tell he's off the pace in terms of his speed and his fitness. Williams is the first team left back for a reason now, and that's because I don't think Shaw necessarily has anything that Williams doesn't provide. And Williams maybe even provides more going forward. Shaw should have had, did he get the assist for the Lingard goal? But I think he should have had 2 assists really with the Chong one. So going forward he had a good game, but defensively he lost his men and he looked slow. Lingard, great first half. You know, it shows you that there's a difference between being a youth team player and being a player who has experience playing at a mature men's level of football, because Lingard was probably in the first half our best player. But then second half he goes silent. Doesn't really do much with the ball. Didn't really notice him until the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I think with Lingard, it's a battle to get back into form. It's a battle to get back into full fitness, a battle to get back into form, a battle for his squad place more than anything else. And I think he had a good first half, but it's got to kick on from here, really.
You've been watching the youth team obviously quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know some of these younger players. Do you think they'll be able to sort of show the character that's needed from Manchester United? Do you think they'll learn from tonight?
I think, without a shadow of doubt, most of those youth players have more Manchester United in them than half the first team. And I think you look at a lot of the players that have started to come through United in the first team now, and half the reason why is not just because they're technically or ability-wise better, because a lot of them aren't. They just have more heart. I look at someone like Levitt, I see more heart on a football pitch than I do with someone like Pereira or Fred. I look at someone like Williams, and why is Williams playing so well? Williams is probably not as good a football player as Shaw. He's got more heart about him and he fights. That's why he got us back into the game against Sheffield United, there you go. Because he had the heart to get into the box, have a go with that shot, which is just a ridiculous goal when you think about it. And then you look at the players like Rashford, Transabi, who's pushing Lindelof for his starting place. These are players who've come through our academy and have more United in them. I know a lot of people at home will be thinking, oh, it's not about United, this, it's not about this, it's all about winning games, whatever. And it is about winning games. But at the same time, I think the way you go about winning games is you have players who will do everything for the shirt. And a few of those players out there, Garner, Levitt, etc., they're going to be in United first team squad in 3 years' time. No, 3 years' time rather, no question. And we'll be all the better for it.
Sounds good. Nice one, Patrick. Top man.